Hey there, Cosmic Nuts and Cosmic Naughties, and welcome to another Cooking with Cause. Yeah, this is going to be the first in the Put My Meat in Your Mouth episodes, I guess. And in case you don't know, here in Slab City during the snowbird season, I do a feed where I cook and give away food to people throughout the community. And in order to raise funds for that, I am pre-selling cookbooks, and you're going to get 21 different recipes that I cooked for meat in your mouth, as well as you guys are getting these videos. And but these videos are not made, for average size servings, what you're going to make at home. So I'm not giving you this actual recipe. I will give you a bit more scaled down one. And with that, today we are going to make chicken and mushroom wild rice soup. Yep. So let's get started and put some butter in the bottom. You want to turn this down just a wee bit. Because I don't want the butter to burn. That is a lot of butter, isn't it? And again, because I'm not wanting this to burn, I am kind of keeping a move on it until we start to throw some of our vegetables in here. Now beforehand, I did chop some onions. Carrots. And celery. Put in here. And now that the butter is fully melted, let's go ahead and add some of that, shall we? First, now we can turn up the heat a little bit. carrots. And last but not least, celery. Go ahead and give us a good mix in there. And we are wanting to cook down these vegetables a bit. So growing up, wild rice soup was one of my favorite soups of all time. And I made it last season and it was a hit as well. And did you know this? That wild rice isn't a rice. It's actually a grass. And it's mainly grown in Minnesota. So this is like a throwback to my home state. I almost forgot to add the garlic. Not really. I froze it. Had to let it melt a little bit. Now that the temperatures aren't so hot, I'm going to leave it out. Now that the vegetables have begun to sweat down and stuff a bit, now it's time to make a roux. And what a roux is basically flour and fat cooked. And you want to have equal parts of each. And stir. Now that we have all of the liquid in there, well, most of the liquid in there, it's time to, and got it up to temperature. It's starting to get to a boil. We are going to add our wild rice. Now, I do suggest using all wild rice, but to give you an idea, this is $12, and this is the exact same amount, $3.50 some odd cents. Because I needed about this much, I bought one of the $3.50 and $12 worth. So we will be adding that in there, as well as adding some mushrooms. Now, if you were actually using fresh mushrooms, you would have cut it up and put it in with the onions and carrots and whatnot. But I had to rehydrate these and slice them so they're a little bit more tender and have more liquid in it, so it doesn't necessarily work real well with the butter. But all of the liquid that was used to rehydrate this is still in there after I destemmed and sliced this up, and we're going to put all of that in there for flavoring. Speaking of giving it some flavoring, we are going to use some chicken base, and this is Better Than Bouillon. They are not a sponsor, but it is what I choose to use. Actually, let's just see. Yeah, almost a full one of these, by the way, for the size that I'm doing. You might be using 3 or 4 teaspoons. And we're going to put a little bit of tarragon in there as well. Or not tarragon, but thyme. And then we will add the wild rice. And to be honest with you, like a lot of the recipes we're using this blend, so I mean, it's okay. Give that a cover. In about 45 minutes, the rice should be done, and then we'll toss in some chicken, the chicken that's already been cooked and shredded, and some cream. All right, now that this has been cooking the rice and everything for 30, almost 40 minutes, we're going to add the chicken so that can get all heated up. Probably give that a good 15 minutes in there. And in about 15 minutes, we will add the whipping cream to it. Now, I do not know if there's going to be enough light for you all to view that. I sure hope it is. But got a bunch of chicken. Basically filled this whole thing with chicken and water and boiled it. And then when I was done, shredded everything up. And now we're going to go ahead and toss that in there. So much chicken that it starts to not fall. All right, get that all mixed up in here. Unfortunately, I put the creamer in the freezer and it kind of froze, so I'm trying to thaw it. I don't know how thawed it is. We might actually have to open up the top and empty it in and let it thaw that way. But that is what we're going to do now. This is the last bit, and then these flavors can sit and marinate. Oh yeah, totally going to have to open these bad boys up. Yep, definitely stayed together. So let's go ahead and try to get these in there. Hopefully this will thaw out fine. All right. I do think these will all separate by the time it's done. But yeah, ideally, shouldn't use froze.
Send us some money on PayPal, or like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Bam! Nailed it.